This is Arizona. My friend Brad and I are 3 days into traversing the entire state off-road in our overland vehicles. We're traveling overgrown mountain passes, through old mining roads carved out of the landscape, and facing some challenges along the way.
Wow, so tight.
Some expected, and others unexpected and more challenging.
So I was just going to back into this wash here to turn around, and I did not see this washout over here. And I've driven off the road. There's a little bit of a washout there I didn't see.
What did you do?
The only thing holding me up is a rock under my side step on the passenger side.
But this is a bucket trip for us, and we're going to complete it at all costs.
Well, I hope this works.
Onyx Off-Road presents Bucket Trip.
Dança do vento, gente sararão, vento de areia, sol sararão, areia clara, gente sararão, terra do sol.
Good morning, everybody. It is the start of day 4 of Bucket Trip. We camped last night at an old mine site, a copper mine. There's all these ruins of mining structures and hoppers and whatever all this stuff is up here. But it's a really cool spot. We're gonna drive further up into this area and see what we can find in here, do a little exploring before we continue on north towards the Arizona-Utah border. We're about 200 miles into our journey so far of 750-ish miles. Make sure you're subscribed. This adventure is just starting to get awesome. Actually, it's been awesome since the very beginning, but it's starting to get even more awesome. So you don't want to miss what's coming up next, right?
It's a little chilly.
It is a little chilly. It's not cowboy hat weather yet.
No, I really want to put my cowboy hat on, but it's too cold. But it's been a nice morning. We kind of had a slow start, but it's just been good. And then there's some narrow, sketchy shelf roads.
Yeah, there's more shelf roads to go. Your favorite. So.
Yeah, not really, but that's all right.
Exploring areas like this with some history are what get me excited out here. And yes, I love some steep, sketchy roads at the same time.
This is great.
I love it. Not loving filming on a shelf road, but it's great.
Nothing like a good shelf road in the morning, am I right?
Yeah, whatever you say. Man, just to think that how much of this was carved out and all this stuff was built out here. This was been a huge operation.
Yeah, can you imagine the summer heat being out here?
You know, when I was in high school in Arizona, I worked fast food and I worked at a drugstore and I delivered pizzas.
I worked at a video game store.
We had it really good. These guys were out here just with pickaxes and dynamite and just stressing out in this heat. Man, what a different life they had than we had.
Look at this. Yeah, so we just came along a pretty long shelf road there, and we got to the foundation of an old building. And if you look over here, carved into the stone here, You can see where it said Copper Creek because this was the Copper Creek mine. That's pretty neat. Stairway to nowhere here.
Look at those big pits.
Oh yeah,
Look at those.
those are mines. And this road just keeps going and going.
Well, my friend, last night was sketchy, but this morning is not so bad. That was a good little section of trail back there. It was fun.
Yeah, I love a good shelf road in the morning.
Yeah, well, I mean, this isn't bad. My blood pressure's staying pretty low. I'm excited to see what else we find today, dude. This is really cool. This is a good little detour.
Doing a shelf road, also watching the Monday morning video premiere with you guys.
The mountains out here are massive in scale. We could probably spend a couple of days just exploring this area alone, but we do need to get back on our main route north.
VDR heading north. Getting a little tight in here. So tight.
Scratches are never much of a concern for me. My issue here was height and trying not to unintentionally remove the boat on my roof.
That'll just fall as you drive by.
A little bit tight in there for a minute. Hopefully that's the end of that stuff.
This section of the trail had some other challenges for us as well.
Whoa, stop, stop, stop. The ground is sliding a little bit.
I'm just gonna pull through.
You might have to just send it.
Yeah, I got it.
Go, go, go. Yeah. Yeah, this ground started to go as you were coming through.
Yeah, that's when you just gotta give it the beans.
Pace has slowed right down to a crawl with how tight these trees are and how low hanging the branches are and how tall my truck is. It's definitely interesting. We've only gone 30 miles today in 4 or 5 hours. Not ideal. been getting harder and harder to get through this section of the trail with all these low-hanging branches and my kayak on the roof. I was not really expecting to encounter this.
We followed along an old abandoned railway for a long ways through this rough trail, and eventually it opened up for us, and we were headed for higher ground. Had the option on the BDR of taking an easy route or a hard route, and of course we took the hard route. Man, did it pay off. It's not hard. It's probably hard for adventure bikes and stuff like that, but it is amazing up here. These mountains are incredible. It wasn't long after this that while looking for camp, I made a slight oops in my maneuvering.
So I was just going to back into this wash here to turn around, and I did not see this washout over here, and I've driven off the road. I'm just on my side step here. I think probably I'm gonna have to winch to Brad forwards. There's a little bit of a washout there I didn't see.
What did you do?
There's a hole.
Okay.
I think I have to go forwards. The only thing holding me up is a rock under my side step on the passenger side.
Okay.
So I think going forward is the best option if I winch to your front bumper.
All right.
So you got a recovery point there.
Easy day.
Yeah.
Well, it just makes for an interesting evening.
Yeah.
You got that soft jackal?
Well, I hope this works.
All right, when you're ready.
Okay, I'm just gonna put it in neutral to start and try and roll it up.
Copy that, I got my foot on the brake. Good. Tire's coming up off that rock. You're out on the red almost. Incoming, I'll have plug.
Thank you. Oh, we just found this old abandoned house. So I think we'll camp here after I almost drove my truck off the road. So we can call her a day.
Yeah, it was a good adventurous day.
It was a very good adventurous day. One of the things I really love about these trips is you just never know what you're going to get each day. And today was no different. We just kind of ended up going on all sorts of adventures through tight, overgrown trees along an old abandoned railway, and then over some crazy epic mountains, and the mine we went to in the morning and we camped at last night, and then now we're at an abandoned mining house where I half drove my truck off a cliff. So solid day of adventure. What are you doing for toppings?
Well, you have purchased some smoky chipotle medium salsa, and this is my second taco, and I can already tell you this is incredible. This was nice, man. Very
Anything
nice.
smoky, I feel like, you know?
I just want to say thank you for making tacos.
You're welcome. I want to thank myself for making them too, because they're delicious.
You've like upped your game.
Up my game, but forgot the cheese. Like a dummy.
Yeah, we had cheese.
It's taco time. Good morning, everybody. Pretty windy, cold night last night. Did not sleep super great. We're pretty eager to get out of here, get back on the trail, and make some distance. We've got a long way to go still. I think we're 230 something miles into our 750 plus mile journey here, so we should get moving.
It's cold.
It's cold. I mean, this is like Canadian warm. But
With the sun rising quickly, we headed out of the valley, eager to see what was next ahead of us. The road out was pretty washed out for several miles, making it a bit of a fun morning off-roading. Up high on the shelf roads, the views went on forever as we made our way across the summit of the pass.
crazy how much the scenery changes so quickly. We were just in a desert-like environment. We came across all these crazy shelf roads, and now we're in a forest. All right, we're currently traveling on some pavement on a highway. I didn't realize that the Arizona BDR had a lot of pavement sections between the dirt sections. It's so weird. You'll be out in the middle of nowhere, and then all of a sudden you're back on a highway going through a town. So it's interesting. So we're not like totally off-road all the time. If you guys want to follow along with us on our route, you can do so on Onyx Off-Road. If you don't have Onyx Off-Road already, I have a link in the description where you can save 20% on the Elite membership. Awesome tool. We used it to plan out this whole route and share the route and waypoints and everything between us, which you can do with your friends, or you can download our route from the link in the description as well. Add it into your Onyx, and you can follow along with us on the map and see kind of where we are as we go. So.
After not too long, we were back off-road, and we'd found a side route to explore. We were eager to spend a bit more time off the beaten path and see what's out here.
Pretty awesome in here.
Yeah, man, this is beautiful. I like it. Beautiful.
And it's nice that it's kind of rough too. It's not like graded roads.
I like this little 2-track. It's pretty cool.
Come to the junction and we have to make a decision whether we go back around the loop or we continue on to where the possible fun stuff is. What's your concern and what are you thinking, Sean?
So I've got half a tank of diesel, and it's I mean, it's not too far. It's a little bit further than we just did to get to a main road.
Okay.
But then the main road is twice that distance to somewhere where we might be able to get fuel. There's a gas station marked on the map here.
Oh, all right.
So that's if we go past the turnoff to the red trail, there's a gas station right there.
Okay.
So let me see if I can use the route builder tool on Onyx here to determine the distance from where we are. Build route. Distance. It's only 66.85 miles. So half a tank of fuel, 66. That's what, like 100 kilometers?
Yeah.
I've got a 243 kilometer range, married down a little bit, so maybe a little less, but
I'm definitely getting bad fuel economy, but I've got extra fuel, so I'm okay.
I mean, that's a lot less distance than I thought it was.
All right.
So I say we go for it.
Let's press.
All right. So we've come quite a ways in here, only to hit a road closed sign. I did a little bit of research on Onyx on the trail report section, which I should have looked at earlier probably, which shows that the trail's closed from the other end where we were going to exit. So I think we have to turn around.
Yeah, I mean, at least we're calling it now instead of much further down there.
Yeah, I'm glad that sign's there. Otherwise, we would have run out of fuel.
Yeah. Maybe we can take that other route out and be a little smoother. It was
Hopefully.
pretty rugged coming.
Yeah. Hopefully it's an easy route out. But let's make some miles while we've still got daylight, because we still got to find camp. And
yeah, there's that.
And I don't know if we're gonna have to backtrack for fuel or.
That's a good point.
So
Okay.
let's figure it out.
Sometimes dead ends are just part of the game. We still have a long journey ahead of us, so it was time to find camp, regroup, and figure out the path forward from here. But for that, you'll have to tune in next time.
We are climbing a volcano right now.